Hey, who did you pick in TCU Baylor?
I picked TCU. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. It's Thanksgiving week, boys. Thanksgiving week. Welcome back to an episode of the pod. We're doing it on Tuesday. Uh just can't do it tomorrow. Simply. Just can't do it tomorrow. Welcome back to an episode of the pod, y'all. Um we got a big week coming up this week. Both college and NFL probably. I'd say more college though. We have the Michigan OSU game. Both 11-0, both ranked 2 and 3 respectively. We got a lot of ranked matchups. This is rivalry week in college football, so a lot of rivalries. It's guaranteed are going to be a few upsets simply because of it being rivalry week. I have a couple in mind, wink, wink. So get ready for that in the pick'ems. It's a lot going on in sports. World Cup just started. I don't know who cares about that. Coming up on a Tuesday.
USA.
Yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. Um, yeah, it was World Cup is going on. Like everybody, like at my job, like the the managers are like watching the World Cup on their phones and they got to play it through the speakers. Like, bro, I know it's like some people care about that a lot. Just I hate soccer, so I can't like I don't know. I know nothing about what's going on other than like they're just playing soccer.
They passed the ball a lot. I know that.
All right, let's start off talking about the highlight of the week.
I already know where this is
The
going.
highlight of the week. South Carolina murdering Tennessee in Columbia. Made my night personally. You know, after a long drive home, I get home and I see Tennessee gets walloped. Couldn't ask for a better day. Couldn't. Simply couldn't.
yeah, that blew me away. Like I don't know how. They
See,
said that was the most point. That was the most score points Tennessee gave up in like 80 years.
I'm sitting there watching the USC UCLA game. I'm like, oh, this is a cool game. And then we get to halftime and be like, man, I'm gonna tune into this Tennessee game. And I tune in and they're down like 10 in the third quarter. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stay on this game. They like don't score like okay. Obviously we hate seeing people get injured. I don't care what team they're on. Obviously we hate seeing Hendon Hooker tear his ACL. It's probably I don't know. It might keep him undrafted. That's just he was probably going to be lucky to be drafted anyway because he's not a very I don't know. He's not a very NFL ready prospect. I think the system in Tennessee is what made him. I hate saying that when he's down like with a torn ACL, but that's probably most likely going to keep him undrafted. And I don't
I
know.
think he had a shot going fourth, fifth round, but now I'm not sure.
Gonna keep him out the league for sure.
I'm sure he'll get picked up by somebody.
Probably. I hate seeing that though, but Tennessee gonna Tennessee, bro. What I found amazing is that they got killed, like literally murdered, and then the people I know that like Tennessee just couldn't blame it on the refs now because they just got absolutely murdered. If this was like
Well, you don't know the same people I know then.
there's no
Like
way they
I
blame
don't know how
that
you blame the refs for
a
your team
20
gave up your
a
team gave up 600 yards to South Carolina.
dog 63 points. Spencer Radler matched his season output in touchdowns in this one game. He had 6. And Rattler beforehand had what 5? What does he have total? He has 14. He had 8 before this game, and now he had 6 in this one game. And Tennessee's trying to blame it on stuff like, no, you sucked. Simply, you sucked. You were bad. Yeah, that made my weekend seeing Tennessee get killed and then Memphis winning.
albeit a
Vandy money
terrible North
line,
Alabama
yes
team.
sir. You already know. I'm talking about upsets. You already know. TCU barely escaped against Baylor. That game was freaking crazy. I didn't watch it because I was driving, but I saw that they got the field goal unit on for like 10 seconds left with the clock running.
Bro, that was crazy.
It was. Like, I saw the highlight of it. That everybody was so calm, no mistakes. It's like, how do you practice for that? That's like such a specific situation to
That
get
is
your
a
to get your
that is
field
a
goal unit on.
that is a staple in a Thursday walkthrough. I'm just gonna tell you.
I've obviously never been in a football practice before, so I don't know. But TCU is goated. Yeah, TCU is barely escaping in these games, and I hate people saying like, "Oh, TCU shouldn't be in the playoff."
What made it even funnier was all day Saturday, Tennessee fans talked about how TCU and Michigan were struggling, and then they came out and got walloped by South Carolina.
Like, I hate how people are treating TCU like they're Cincinnati from last year. Like, they're in the Big 12. The games are gonna be tough. Baylor's not a bad team. Yeah, they're 6-5, but they're not a bad team. Texas,
Right.
I just hate hearing people like trashing TCU with like the way that they're winning these games. Because they beat Texas in Austin. Like a good Texas team. They beat them on the road in Austin at night. Like, that's a win. Like, I don't care if they scored 17 points and only won by 7. Like, that's a good win, regardless. And what bothers me is that, like, my dad said this. He goes, if this was Alabama escaping these wins in the SEC, everybody's like, oh, it's the SEC. Like, they're going to, like, they're getting these good wins. But, like, since it's TCU and it's a team we're not used to seeing be this good on a year-to-year basis, it's like they're on, like, a microscope. Like, everything they do is questioned.
Right.
These are good wins that they're getting. Like, yeah, for with a top 14, you'd rather them win, like, blow out a team or two every once in a while, but like, it says something about a team that can win every single close game that they're in. Like, this TCU's team is like the opposite of what Nebraska was last year. Like, TCU, every game is in like a one-score game, but no, like, and they're 11-0 and they've won every single one of them. Last year, Nebraska went 3-9, and I think every single game that they played has been a one-score game. So yeah, TCU squeaks by. Tennessee gets absolutely bent over. USC UCLA. See, like I said, I only watched the first half of this game. Caleb Williams was in his absolute baggie in this game, 470 yards. UCLA is back-to-back losses for them. It was, like, everything was looking promising for them. They're still ranked 18th. Like, they're not, like, obviously they don't have a shot to win the
My dog is
Pac-12
going
anymore.
crazy. I don't know what he's barking at.
Obviously they don't have a shot to win the Pac-12 anymore because, USC clinched that with this win. But I thought, like, UCLA was looking really, really good. They pull off back-to-back wins against UW and Utah. And, they're like 6-0. They're looking good. Then they lose to Oregon, which isn't a bad loss, but then they lose a couple weeks ago to Arizona, which was bad, and then they lose only by 3, but they still lose to USC, who has a good chance to make the playoff, by the way, just based on process of elimination. Anyway, I thought UCLA was looking pretty good, and then they just, slowly going downhill week by week. But good win for USC after going down 14-0 early.
How about Maryland? Hanging close with Ohio State there.
A little bit. Ohio State, obviously, I mean, they didn't run away with it. They only won by 13. Maryland's not bad. Like, Tua's brother.
No, but you didn't expect him to be in the game. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I know Maryland's good. They're 6-5. They were like, I think, are they on a 3-game losing streak? Yeah, they are. I swore they were 6-2
one of
3
those,
weeks
I
ago.
will say, Ohio State won by 13, but they had a pick six with literally 2 seconds left on the clock, I think. So,
yeah, Maryland hung close. Like, Maryland's not a bad team. Is Tua's brother a senior? He's a junior, so he's got one more year left. Maryland might be really good next year. But I say that they might win 8 or 9 games. But
Oklahoma State hype is dead.
Absolutely. Did they lose?
Oh, they got beat 28-13 by Oklahoma.
Oh, that is right. That was Bedlam. Dude, Oak State is like
your Ole Miss hype is dead.
Spencer Sanders threw the ball 60. I predicted they would lose. I predicted Arkansas would win.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, my Ole Miss hype. I just thought they would be good this year.
That's right. You had Florida hype. It's dead too.
That's been dead for 4 weeks, brother.
Well, it was. They put the headstone on it when they lost to Vanderbilt this week. So,
dude, Vandy. Hold on, I'm gonna get to Vandy a little bit later. Spencer Sanders threw 67 times. Good lord, and they only scored. And they only scored 1 touchdown. Yeah, coming off an injury, bro. Oak State deserves everything they've got. They're just bad. Yeah, Oregon State's looking good. I'm just going down the list of this last week's games. Louisville's ranked now. The rankings came out a few hours ago. Louisville's ranked now, so that's pretty cool. Beating NC State. I don't know how NC State was still ranked last week. UCF loses to Navy. How? I don't know.
Navy didn't complete a single pass.
Well, it's Navy. You didn't expect them to pass at all. But
they
Navy's a weird team. Navy's always a weird team. Memphis has their number, so I never expect to lose to Navy. But Navy's a weird team. They're always going to get a good win every year just because they're Navy and they run option every play.
Let's see here. Hold on. Navy possessed the ball for 40 minutes.
Of the 60.
That's just what they do. For 40 minutes, you're going to win a football game, more than likely. I mean,
not if you're Kentucky.
Fair point.
That was last year, but still. Dude, Navy's always going to be a team that's like weird.
248 rushing yards, 0 passing yards, 0 for 1 passing.
0 for 1. UCF pitiful. It was more like the Navy's defense holding UCF to only 14. So good on that. Florida State gets another win, bro. Speaking of, our boy Brock Glenn committed to Florida State, bro. I'm excited, dude. Norvell's got this team at 8-3.
Again, and a top 15 class coming in.
Like Florida State, like I was just saying, they just need to believe in Norvell. Give him a few years to get the team he wants in the right place.
Yeah, that's a big pickup by Norvell too, getting Brock to flip from Ohio State to Florida State.
He might start next year. He could compete if Jordan Travis doesn't stay.
I just think Travis is coming back. I don't know though.
He probably will. Most likely. But
unless he transfers, I don't know.
A year under Travis would be beneficial for Brock. I'm just saying. But Brock will 100% probably most likely start at some point at Florida State.
Yeah, I think Brock would be very good in Mike Norvell's offense.
Notre Dame blows out Boston College. Washington blows out Colorado.
Speaking of that game, did you see the Notre Dame game? Like 3 minutes of game time, there was like nothing on the ground, and like 3 minutes later, it was just covered in snow.
Oh yeah, it was just, dude, that was funny. Notre Dame's got a big game against USC coming up this week. Kansas State beats West Virginia. Arkansas beats Ole Miss. I was so proud of myself for this pick because freaking I'm coming off. I'm looking at on my like on Thursday night. I'm like, bro, I picked SMU to beat. Did we both pick SMU to beat Tulane?
No, I think I picked Tulane.
Bro, they led 59-24.
I can look. Hold on, let me look.
Bro, SMU got killed. Like SMU has no defense. Like
I picked Tulane. You picked SMU.
At all. Like they let Tulane score 59.
Be careful. Be careful. We played them this week. You're gonna jinx it all.
59. No, shut up. Tulane scored 59. They let Houston score 77. Dog, like at some point your defense
They
is gonna
did
be
score.
like,
They did score 70 with Houston though.
still, like you're never winning a football game allowing 70 points ever. The win rate on that is like 0. That is crazy. But yeah, we do got SMU this week. Clemson takes care of business against Miami.
7-5.
Miami's
7-5. They were going to get an extension.
Yeah. Miami's freaking an FCS team. I refuse to acknowledge that Miami exists as a football program. Oregon squeaks by against Utah. That's a big win for Oregon at home. Bo Nix is back with 4 touchdown. Or no, 4-yard touchdown. I see. Not 4 touchdowns.
I was going to say, they didn't even score that many points, did they?
He was cool. They scored 20. Big bounce back win for Oregon after the loss.
20 points and 4 touchdowns. Good math there.
It's the ESPN said he's had a 4-yard touchdown, so I was like, oh, he had 4 touchdowns. That's crazy. Penn State kills Rutgers. North Carolina lost. It's crazy when they don't score points, they lose. Dude, that's been the theme of North Carolina. They only let up 21 points. But they still, I don't know. I don't have much to say about this game because I didn't watch it. I'm trying to sound smart. Drake May didn't score at all for the first time this season. I was talking about Arkansas and Miss. I'm all over the place. But Arkansas killed Ole Miss. I know they only lost by 15, but they killed Ole Miss. Raheem Sanders had 230 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, Ole Miss is on a very fast spiral downwards. They've lost 3 of their last 4. Their only win came against A&M. That's a bye week, pretty much. They got Mississippi State this week. Is this that Egg Bowl? Yeah, the Egg Bowl. On Thanksgiving.
Gotta love Thanksgiving. Football and food. Gotta love it.
Big week. That's pretty much the stuff from last week. We can get to the pick'ems. I mean, you want to talk about the Georgia-Kentucky game? That game just upset me to watch.
Georgia's offense is mid.
It's terrible. Best. Like, their only reason that they're, like, good is because of their defense. Now, Kentucky didn't really help them. Like, Kentucky sucked. Like, I hate watching Kentucky play football. It's just not – they're not good. Not at all. Oh, we can talk about Michigan, Illinois. Michigan almost got upset by Illinois.
They did lose Blake Corum.
Blake Corum.
He played 1 down.
In the second half. Lost Blake Corum.
1 down the whole game.
Is he playing this week? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know how bad it was. I didn't watch the game. I thought he played 1 down the whole game.
No, he played 1 down in the second half.
Oh, okay. He got hurt in the second half? Okay.
Yeah, big win for Michigan at home against Illinois. Illinois also has had a very big spiral down. They've lost 3 straight. After being ranked for the first time since NAM. Yeah, big win for Michigan. They play Ohio State this week. Big matchup. Speaking of the games, let's just get to them. You got our pick'ems for this week?
I got you.
Let's go.
So let's just start on Thanksgiving with the Egg Bowl. Mike Leach looking for his first Egg Bowl win as a Mississippi State coach, obviously. But
the Dogs are coming off a big win against the mighty Eastern Tennessee. What are they? East Tennessee State Bucks. The mighty Bucks. Shoot.
I don't know. This is a tough game to pick. I don't.
It is. Ole Miss's defense is looking like horrid right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely
I'm
horrid.
probably.
They've allowed 30-plus points in their last 3 games. No, they allowed 28 to A&M. I don't know who to pick here. This is really a toss-up to me. If I'm being honest, this is really a toss-up.
See if I can get my notepad pulled up here.
Ole Miss is at home. They're favored by 2. Remember when you said Will Rogers was the second best QB in the SEC? I mean, it don't look so terrible now.
At the time,
because Will Levis is horrible. Hendon Hooker's down. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Mississippi State on the road. Mike Leach gets his first Egg Bowl win as Mississippi State coach.
Hold on, I'm trying to.
Just don't trust the Rebels right now. Lane Kiffin's going to Auburn, as it was confirmed last night.
Well, I don't know.
By Lane Kiffin himself, confirmed that. I'm gonna go with the Dogs. Again, it's a win against East Tennessee State, but they have more momentum than Ole Miss right now. I think any team right now does. Ole Miss is looking shaky. I'm gonna go with the Dogs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna ride Mississippi State too. We know Elijah's gonna hate us for this because every time we both pick Mississippi State, they lose. So,
hey man, this is what it's looking like.
On to Friday, Tulane and Cincinnati. I think this will be a good game.
Tulane, Cincinnati. They might meet each other again next week in the title game.
Yeah, it could be like Memphis and Cincinnati in 19.
This is in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's favored by 2. Tulane's coming off a big win. I'm gonna go with Tulane on the road. This could be Tulane's year, man.
I think I'm gonna go Tulane too. Tulane's good.
Tulane's really good. They showed it last week against the SMU defense is not a defense, but I'm gonna go with Tulane. Tulane's really good. I underestimated them a little bit, but Tulane is really, really good. I'm gonna go with Tulane to win this.
Baylor versus Texas.
Texas
is favored by 8.5.
In Austin? Oh, these are Friday games.
Yes, these are all Friday games.
Yo, there's a lot
I think I'm gonna have to go Texas here.
Texas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Texas here.
It's a weird game to pick. Texas favored by 8.5, bro. The committee loves Texas, huh? I guess Vegas in this case. I'll go Texas at home. Baylor. Both these teams kept it close with TCU. I'll go Texas at home. I guess.
NC State versus North Carolina.
I want to go instant UNC right here, but they lost to Georgia Tech last week. So I'm still going to go UNC. UNC doesn't lose these games. Does UNC ever lose this rivalry game?
I don't know, but
obviously I'm sure they have.
Yeah, I'm sure they have.
They lost it last year. They didn't play it in 2020. Won in 2019. Lost in 2018. Yeah, like obviously they lost in 27. Okay, they do lose this game. Lost in 26. Okay. They won in 2015. Okay, it seems like NC State is wins majority of the time. I'm obviously not dated in my UNC versus NC State rivalry records here. But I'm going to go UNC to break the mold. They're obviously better this season.
Are you looking at the games? Because if I skip any you want to pick, just let me know.
Yeah, I'm looking at them.
Do you want to pick Arkansas, Missouri? I don't really. Yeah, I didn't really want to either. We'll just move on down to Florida State, Florida.
It's a good little game.
This is gonna be a good game. I will have to tune into this game. A lot of beef going on Twitter already. Which I mean is expected. I mean,
Florida State on whatever kind of win streak they're on. 4-game win streak.
And they're obliterating teams too.
4-game win. Yeah, 41-16, 45-3, 38-3, and they're killing teams. Mark Norvell has found his footing with this team after losing 3 straight.
He definitely doesn't have the same
games.
defensive coordinator he had at Memphis.
Heck no. Well, it was Mike McIntyre. I hope he stubs his toe somewhere. I'm gonna go with Florida State. They're at home in Tallahassee. They're favored by 10, 9.5.
Yeah, I'm going Florida State.
As much as I believe in Florida, yada yada, this and that, I like Florida State. I don't know. I'm rooting for Norvell. I'm gonna go Florida State. Florida State first 9-win season since what, 2016? They won.
And they're ranked
5 games last year, 3 games in 2020. 2019.
I remember they won 5 games last year because they had to beat Florida to be bowl eligible, and they didn't.
For sure. The last time they made a bowl game was 2016. 2019. Sorry, good lord. The Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl is what they made. 2018, they were 5-7. The last time they won a bowl game was 2017. Yeah, the last time they won as many games as they've won now is 2016. Last year under Jimbo Fisher. They also ended that season on a 4-game win streak. Yeah, I'm gonna go the Noles. They've just simply been better.
Yeah, I'm going Florida State too. I just can't trust Florida right now, coming off a loss to Vanderbilt.
Not looking too great. Florida's going to finish season 6-6 at least. Hey, as much as I talked up Florida and them being like, oh, they're probably going to win 9 games or something, 6-6 with a complete it's not bad for Billy Napier. First year as an SEC head coach, moving from the Sun Belt. It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's
not bad. Memphis at SMU.
Memphis, SMU.
You know I got to pick the Tigers.
Memphis on 2-game win streak. 2-game win streak. Don't look now. Don't look now. Memphis on 2-game win streak. Scoring 59 points last week on a D7 school. I'm going to go Tigers. I'm going to go Memphis.
I think he's going Tigers. I already had you penciled in for Memphis. I mean,
I'm going to go Memphis. I don't. We own SMU. I don't care what our record is. We own SMU.
Throw back to the game day game. We'll never get it again. Anyway. Notre Dame, USC. A little better game.
It's a good game. This is a good game. I remember at the literal beginning of the season, I was between these two. um, when we were predicting like our playoffs at the beginning of the season, and I wanted to put both Notre Dame and USC in the playoff, but they played each other like this week, so I couldn't put both in there. I ended up going Notre Dame and having them in the national championship. Things have changed, to say the least, but USC, Notre Dame, both of these teams are really, really hot right now. Notre Dame is on a 5-game win streak. They've found their groove. They've beat ranked Syracuse, ranked Clemson, barely squeaked by against Navy, and a loss to Marshall on the season. That just sucks. I get they're 8-3 and ranked and stuff, but that's just so ugly. Seeing you lose to Marshall. I'm gonna go with USC at home in the Coliseum. USC's just really, really good. Their only loss was by 1 point to Utah. USC's good, man. I didn't think Lincoln Riley would have the Trojans this good right away. They just score points. They scored 17 against Oregon. They've only scored under 40 twice this whole season. That's crazy. Notre Dame's defense is a little better than what they're used to, but I'm gonna go with USC. USC finishes 11-1.
I'm gonna go Notre Dame.
Notre Dame on the road.
I'm gonna go Notre Dame. Like my pick'ems can take an upset pick, but I'm gonna go Notre Dame. I'm gonna go Notre Dame. Next up, what do we got? Georgia Tech, Georgia. Is there any shot? Is there any chance?
Georgia Tech's coming off a ranked win against North Carolina. Georgia is coming off a very ugly win against Kentucky.
Give me Georgia.
So I'm going Georgia by 80.
Yeah. We don't even got to spend no time on that. Michigan, Ohio State.
No, say this one for last. Do the ones before.
Say this one for last.
Yes.
Okay. South Carolina, Clemson. South Carolina coming off a 63-point performance.
I said I had some upsets.
And they ran out of fireworks.
I said I had some upsets. This is one of them. Give me South Carolina on the road in Clemson in Death Valley. Shane Beamer doesn't lose ever. Those 4 losses aren't existing. No. They want you to think that they're 7-4, the committee, and like college football, because you guys can't handle Beamer ball, okay? South Carolina is winning, beating Clemson, back-to-back top 10 wins to start to end the season. South Carolina finishes 8-4. Clemson rues the day and finishes 10-2.
What if I told you I was picking the same? What if I told you I was picking the same thing?
You picking South Carolina? I knew you would.
I'm going South Carolina.
I knew you would.
I said, did I not say before the season South Carolina can win 8 games?
We both did, dude. South Carolina, like that, we was looking stupid after the Georgia loss, and they finished. They were like 0-2 or something.
No, I was looking stupid after the Georgia loss. You didn't look as stupid.
I was still pretty cool.
I said they was going to beat Georgia.
No, South Carolina wins, beats Clemson. It's probably not going to happen, but yeah, South Carolina beats Clemson in rivalry week. When is the last time that happened? I'm finna check. Good, keep going. I'm finna check when the last time South Carolina beat Clemson.
West Virginia, Oklahoma State.
West Virginia, Oklahoma State. I
think I'm gonna go Oklahoma State in this game.
Oklahoma State. 2013 was the last time South Carolina beat Clemson, by the way. Say it again. Oklahoma State, West Virginia. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma State. I know they suck right now, but they're probably just gonna beat them by 3 anyway. Oklahoma State's either gonna win by 3 or just get shut out and lose 35-0.
Louisville versus Kentucky. I think this is an interesting game.
Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville is ranked at top 25. Kentucky's favored to win. Kentucky sucks. I'm going with Louisville. Kentucky's terrible. I don't think Kentucky's good at all. Will Levis is a fraud. They've lost to Vanderbilt. Give me the freaking who are they playing? Louisville. Give me Louisville.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Louisville too. Yeah, there ain't really much reasoning behind it. Just Auburn versus Alabama Iron Bowl.
Auburn. Cadillac Williams.
Is there any way Cadillac Williams? If Cadillac Williams wins this game, they gotta hire him.
2-game win streak. Cadillac Williams and the Auburn Tigers. They need this game to be bowl eligible. After losing 5 straight games in the SEC. 5 straight. I'm going with the Tide. Dude, Alabama's gonna win by. This is one of 2 things is gonna happen. Alabama is gonna literally murder Auburn, or they're gonna lose. It's one of 2 things. This is what's gonna happen. Alabama's been weird this season. I don't really know how to gauge Alabama right now because they're not gonna make the playoffs, so it's not really worth gauging them. But
yeah, a lot's got to happen for them to make the playoffs.
They literally can't. I don't think they literally can't.
Well, I think if
unless every team in front of them loses.
Yeah, if Georgia beats LSU, if Clemson loses, USC loses, bro, a lot's got to happen.
I think LSU would have to win. No, because Georgia probably still makes it.
Yeah, if Georgia beats LSU, it knocks LSU out completely.
What would have to happen for Alabama to make the Georgia beat
TCU, LSU, USC, and Clemson would all have to lose at least one.
One of Ohio State, Michigan is making it.
Well, if those 4 lose, you probably get Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Bama.
That would be so weird. We would get another, we would literally get Alabama, Georgia versus Ohio State, Michigan in the playoff. That would be the most boring thing ever. The most boring outcome ever. We would get Georgia versus Alabama version 80, and then freaking Ohio State, Michigan in 2 out of 3 weeks. Just don't want that to happen.
Yeah, but Georgia, Alabama, they would probably slide Alabama at 3 because they don't want Georgia and Alabama to play in the semifinals.
No, they would do that on purpose.
We have conference championships for the semifinals, pretty much. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It'd be so boring. I just don't want to watch that. A lot would have to happen. It's possible. I guess it's possible. But I'm still going to go with Alabama to beat Auburn. I don't think Auburn's not good. I don't care what they've done. They beat Western Kentucky. Cool.
Oregon versus Oregon State.
This is an interesting game. Interesting. Civil War. When was the last time these 2 were ranked against each other? Has it been ever?
Probably when the Civil War was going on.
Has it been ever? Finna check.
We got a lot of games this week because it's rivalry week.
Ton of games. Ton of games.
You almost got to pick every game. We have skipped a couple, though.
I'm guessing it's 2013 or 2014, maybe. No. 2012. Ah, yes, 2012. The last time these two played, Marcus Mariota was the quarterback. Or not last time they played. The last time they played each other ranked, Marcus Mariota was their quarterback. Damn, they were scoring so much. 57, 42, 63, 49, 51, 52, 43, 70, 62, 50. Good Lord. I'm sorry. That's crazy. 2012 Oregon was something else. Chip Kelly had the system figured out. They had Bro, I'm about to read that again. 57, 42, 63, 49, 51, 52, 43, 70, 62, 59. And then they lose to Stanford 17-14. Brother, that is crazy. That is wild. Anyway, yeah, the last time these two teams were ranked was a decade ago. I'm gonna go Oregon. I don't want to say the last time. I don't know. I'm going with Oregon. Oregon State's pretty good. They're all right. Their only losses are against Pac-12 competition. I'm gonna go with Oregon though. This will be a cool little game. Oregon's only favored by 3.
Yeah, I'm going Oregon too. But it will be a good game, I think. Wake Forest versus Duke. Where did this game go? Battle of 7-4 teams.
Wake Forest. Just give me Wake. I'm not even going to look at this game. Just give me Wake. Wake is better.
I'm probably going Wake too. Iowa State, TCU. I'm going TCU.
TCU by 3.
By 3. Another 10-second field goal?
That's just what they've been doing. They're going to be down by 10 at some point, and then they're going to win by 3. The TCU way.
Is Michigan State going bowling? Can they beat Penn State this week?
Yes.
You think so?
Bro, Michigan State has had Penn State's number the past few years. They've beat them a lot the past few years. They beat them last season in the last game of the year. They lost to them 2 years ago, but they sucked that year. Lost to them 3 years ago, but they sucked that year. They beat them in 2018. Beat them in 2017. Lost in 2016. That's when Penn State was really good. Hey, either way, freaking Michigan State's been they play Penn State well, and even though Penn State is ranked 11, Sean Clifford plays quarterback like not well. Sean Clifford's not very good. Neither is Peyton Thorne really, but Michigan State's not. Bro, shocker! Michigan State's offense can't score points when
Kenneth Walker isn't running the ball.
Kenneth Walker is not on the team. That's crazy. Kenneth Walker got Mel Tucker paid like so much money.
Yeah, Mel Tucker owes Kenneth Walker half that contract.
Bro, he owes Kenneth Walker for the rest of his life. He got 10 years, 90-something mil. They gave him 10 years after that 1 year, bro. That's crazy.
I'm eating Zaxby's on the pod again, just a FYI.
That's crazy. Freaking, I'm going with Michigan State, though. Michigan State, they beat, who'd they beat? Illinois a few weeks ago. I predicted that. I'm going to predict Michigan State to pull one out, and they go bowling for 2 years in a row.
I'm going Penn State.
Not a bad pick, Michigan State. I got a lot of upsets this week, bro. Well, last week of the season is where all the upsets happen. All the chaos ensues.
It is. Next up, LSU versus Texas A&M. Texas A&M may be the worst SEC team.
Bro, A&M. Bro, they are. Dude, it's not even like a joke anymore. They are. LSU, the surprise of the SEC this season, next to Vanderbilt. A&M is 4-6.
That might be the surprise of the SEC right there.
It's freaking A&M. Dog, that's hilarious. I'm going LSU. LSU won last second against A&M last season.
LSU.
LSU gets the W in College Station.
You ready? You ready?
For sure. What's going on?
Give me Vandy. Tennessee versus
yes, yes. Vanderbilt. Bro, I had this called, bro. Off pod, we've been saying this like every week. I hoped, as much as a Tennessee hater as I am, I hope Tennessee would just go 11-0 the whole season and then lose the last week of the season to Vanderbilt. Would have made my year. But we'll settle
with the checkered Vandy.
Vanderbilt goes bowling for the first time since what, 2013?
18.
18? Oh, that is right. Bro,
don't question my knowledge, bro.
Sleeping on Vanderbilt. Dang. That's crazy. It's better than 0-9 2020. Good Lord, Vanderbilt.
Their coach did say they was going to be the best program in the country.
Bro, irrational confidence is the best confidence. They beat Tennessee in 2018. Not in 2019 though. Or last year. Regardless, Vanderbilt's going to pull one out. They're going to go bowling for the first time since 2018. Yeah. Vanderbilt's the best.
I'm just going to tell you right now. If you go to Nashville and stand on Broadway, you might be able to catch a pass from Joe Milton.
That's true. That is true. I don't really have much to say about that, but it's true. Joe Milton's not very good. We're gonna pick Vanderbilt, and we're not gonna look back.
Because
go Doors.
Oklahoma versus Texas Tech.
I hate that they're not playing Oak State this week. Why did they play last week? Why? Give me Oklahoma. Just because it upsets me that this game isn't a rivalry.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'll probably go Oklahoma too.
Oklahoma is at elite 7-5. Elite.
Yeah, just as we all suspected. Didn't you have them in like the New Year's Six? I thought so. Just wanted to remind you of that, you know.
Mm-hmm. My absolutely 100% correct New Year's Six prediction.
I had Utah in the playoffs, so here we go. We kind of called this. Kansas State. We said Kansas might not win another game the whole year.
They did, though.
They won one. They did.
They're going bowling. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. They're going to a bowl.
They won't win this one. They're going 6-6.
I'm picking Kansas. I don't care.
I don't care.
No, I don't care. Kansas is winning. Kansas. I picked Kansas every game that we picked them this year. I'm not stopping now. Kansas is winning. Kansas simply is winning.
That's why your pick 'em record sucks.
Jalen Daniels is back. The heart and soul of the Jayhawks. It's basketball season.
They have fully shifted focus.
So the whole school has no expectations for this football team anymore, and that's where they thrive, when they don't have expectations. Since they've been 5-0, they've had expectations. They're not used to it. Oh, what is this? People think we're going to win. They folded. No, They don't have any more expectations. Basketball season's going on. Nobody cares about football in that school.
I thought Kansas was going to the playoffs for a minute.
Kansas is winning. Give me the Jayhawks.
When's the last time Kansas went to a bowl game?
2009. I know that because they've said it 12 million times on ESPN. Kansas going bowl the first time since 2009. Where they went 5-7. Is this true? 2008 they went 7-5. I think it's
would be the year they went bowling.
I think it's since 2008. Yeah.
It's probably. Yeah, I don't know.
Because in 2007 they went 11-1. Why?
Kansas?
Yeah, I knew that. That was when they had like Aqib Talib and all them folks. Like, bro, that's so weird. Their only loss was the last week against Missouri. Bro, 2007 was a year in college football. They went 7-5. Yeah, I think
that was Nick Saban's first year at Alabama. No, he's LSU.
No, he was at Alabama in 2007.
I thought he was at LSU.
Mm-mm. He won
not the year?
He won the title with them in 2004.
Why do I think it was 2007?
I don't know. Shut up. Kansas is going 7-5.
Give me Kansas State. Pitt versus. Does Miami make a bowl game? Is Miami going bowl game?
No, I don't care who they're playing. They could be playing freaking Idaho. I'm picking Idaho. Who are they playing?
Pitt.
Give me Pitt by 80.
Yeah, I'm going Pitt.
Miami doesn't score.
I threw this on here strictly to get your reaction.
Cristobal is terrible. No. Freaking Miami's like dude, their existence just upsets me. The fact that they're a football program right now is just hurting me. Give me Pitt.
Do you want to pick Air Force San Diego State?
Why? Why would I want to pick that?
They're 8-3 and 7-4. I'm just looking at the records, bro.
It's a Mountain West game. The Mountain West Conference Championship was already set, so this game is meaningless.
Okay, we won't pick it.
I'll pick San Diego State though. I ain't afraid of no pick 'em.
Okay, let me put it on here then. I left it off because see, I didn't think you want to pick it.
I ain't afraid of no pick 'em. Give me San Diego State. I know nothing about them. I just know Air Force got a funky option offense. And San Diego State probably got that locked. So give me San Diego State.
Well, I told you Air Force is favored by 1.5.
Air Force can die. Give me San Diego State.
Yeah, I'll go San Diego State too. Washington State.
Is this the Apple Bowl? What is this called?
Let me see if it tells me.
Apple Cup?
It doesn't tell me.
Whatever. It's Apple something. Something to do with apples.
It doesn't tell me.
Give me Washington. Washington's up to 13 now. Sneaky good.
Their coach got an extension this afternoon, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. 2-year extension. 2 hours ago.
That's what I thought. It was crazy because I was watching the selection show, and as soon as they said Washington moved up in the rankings, it got announced that he got an extension.
But they was waiting on to see what ranking they got. I was like, "Hey, my boy,
if we went down, you're not getting an extension."
Hey, my boy, hold up. We're gonna watch this show real quick. Then we'll let you sign a paper. Oh, I got you.
If we went down, you're not signing this paper.
Washington State.
I refuse to pick BYU Stanford.
I don't really care for that game. I'm gonna go with Washington in this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Washington too.
Washington's looking pretty good. Even though Washington State's on a 3-game win streak.
And then we'll circle back to Michigan, Ohio State.
Bro, we've been picking games for 30 minutes. There's a lot of
This
games.
is wild.
There's a lot of
It's
games.
rivalry week.
I know. There's a lot of games to pick. I'm
game.
just saying, relax. Freaking a lot of games. Dude, my pick'em records are gonna be so bad after this week. It's the last week. It's the last week. I'm going all in on the upsets. Michigan, Ohio State. No, this is a game. I'll say it.
This is not the last week.
It's the last regular season game. Regular season week, whatever.
We do have Navy Army. We got that game left.
Okay. All right. Michigan. Only allowing 11.7 points per game on the season. 243 yards rushing. Now, if Blake Corum doesn't play...
Hold on, time out. I thought Navy Army was the week before Conference Championship week.
I don't know. I think it's the week. I think it's the week after.
The week after. It's the week after. I did not know that.
Something in December. Something funky. Michigan only allowing 11 points a game. Ohio State is averaging 47. Something's got to give there. This game is, bro. I personally think Ohio State overall is the best team in the country. Overall. On surface level, like, I'm going Ohio State. Like, just, face value.
Right.
I don't know if I'm going to change my mind looking at this game more. Ohio State's got a 72% chance to win. Ohio State's good, bro. They're just really, really, really good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is a tough game to pick. Especially not knowing him. Did you look up Blake Corum? Sorry, I was probably doing something over here. So
he's questionable.
Man.
I'm trying to look up his status, see what they got to say about him. Bro, I forgot about Cade McNamara. Bro just doesn't play. He's terrible. Dude, Blake Corum, they saying he's questionable. That's all ESPN is telling me right now. I'm gonna look up Blake Corum. I'm not sure. They're not saying anything, which is smart. They're not saying anything before the game. He's probably gonna be a game time decision. Just so
I would guess.
I think regardless, Ohio State's just gonna game plan for him to play anyway.
Yeah, you got to. Because if you game plan for him and he doesn't play, you're that much more ahead, I think. So
yeah. I think regardless, it's a smart thing for Michigan to just not say it yet, but Ohio State's going to game plan for him anyway. I'm going Ohio State. The more I look at it, the more it just makes me want to pick Ohio State more. I hate that this game's at 12.
So, if Ohio State wins this game, does that eliminate Michigan from the playoffs?
I think so.
Okay.
Because that means Ohio State's in the Big Ten championship.
Okay. If Michigan wins this game, does that eliminate Ohio State from the playoffs?
Probably. I don't know.
I was listening to the selection show earlier. Would you take a one-loss Ohio State over a one-loss ACC champion Clemson? If they lose close to Michigan.
It depends.
Ohio State would have a win at Penn State and the win against Notre Dame, which looks really good right now.
That's tough. A one-loss Ohio State would just be 11-1.
Clemson's resume with an ACC championship, I don't think, can match Ohio State's.
See, a one-loss Ohio State would just be 11-1.
There is a common denominator here. That would be Notre Dame.
It is Notre Dame, yeah.
Ohio State beat Notre Dame. Clemson got killed by Notre Dame.
It's two completely different Notre Dame teams, though.
It is two completely different Notre Dame teams. I don't know. It's tough if you think about it like that.
See, Clemson automatically has a better chance because they would be a 13-1 team, while I think they would just be 12.
It would be 12-1.
While Michigan would just be 11-1.
You mean Ohio State?
Yeah. Automatically, a conference championship looks way better on paper, regardless of how million miles ahead Ohio State as a team is above Clemson. But I think USC, teams like USC, TCU, and
this is why the playoffs had to be expanded.
All those teams are getting in before Clemson. Dog, that's tough. You have to put in Clemson, right? Just because they're 12-1 and have a conference title game.
I don't know. It's tough. I would think so.
It really just depends on the field, what the field does.
They were just talking about that, and I kind of just wanted your opinion on it.
Well, how about this? Do you take a Big 12 champion TCU or a one-loss Ohio State?
I don't know. I think you have to take. I don't know. I think you have to take TCU, but you can.
TCU's not going to play a great team in the title game. It's probably going to be Kansas State. If Kansas State wins, it's probably them. They're not going to play a great team in the title game. So let's look at their best win all season.
Is it Texas?
Is probably Texas, Oklahoma at the time, and Kansas.
6-5 Kansas.
Because Kansas at the time was ranked 5-0. They had game day there. Kansas had every bit of momentum in that stadium.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have to take TCU in that situation, but you could make a case, I think.
I don't know, man. Even a one-loss Ohio State has their only loss would be Michigan. And dude, it depends on how they lose. It depends on who else is in the field. I think Ohio State's the best team in the country right now. I think if Blake Corum plays, I think Michigan can easily win. Michigan is way more than just their defense. They have argue the best run game in the entire nation. Michigan's great. I don't.
Yeah.
It's tough. There's a lot of teams left that can do something.
Okay, I did have one more request to ask you a question.
What's up?
How would you is Bryce Young overrated, underrated, or properly rated?
I think he's the definition of rated. Everybody knows what he is. It's like he's turned, like, even in 2 years' time, he's turned into one of those players where you just watch him and you just expect greatness. Like, it doesn't surprise you what he does. You just expect it. It's like
See,
I'm not comparing him to Steph Curry, but like some of the stuff that Steph Curry does, like any other player doing it looks insane, but when he does it, it's like, oh, that's what he does. It's just,
right.
I think that's just what he's turned into. Again, not to compare him to Steph Curry, but that's just what he is now. I think he's properly rated.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a source tell me, or not a source, but a person tell me today that he was going to get drafted and be the worst quarterback in the NFL in a couple years.
Bryce Young is him. Bryce Young is him. I don't. What he's done just is he's clearly NFL ready.
I agree with the statement that if you fire Bill O'Brien and just let Bryce Young call the plays, Alabama probably 12-0.
Just let Bryce Young just play offense. Bro, that's kind of what Bill O'Brien has done. It's just let Bryce Young play offense. At least on pass plays.
Bill O'Brien may be the worst offensive coordinator, Alabama offensive coordinator in our lifetime.
No, he's not terrible. The little RPO stuff that he does is not horrible. He's not great. He's not Sarkisian. He's not Lane Kiffin good, but he's not the worst that they've had.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, Bryce Young's him. Bryce Young is him.
Not trying to switch to the NFL quick, but if you got, dude, I realized this today. Bryce Young, the Texans and the Lions are going to be top 2 picks, more than likely. So Bryce Young's either going to play with John Mechie or Jameson Williams.
Brother, okay, I think the Lions are keeping whoever their offensive coordinator is because he's done a great job this season with what he's got. Again, the Lions have the highest payroll on offense in the entire league somehow. It's just because of Jared Goff and their offensive line. But if you had Bryce Young in that offense with a healthy Jameson Williams hasn't played all season, with a healthy Jameson Williams,
he's supposed to come back in next week or in 2 weeks.
Yeah. You add Jameson Williams to the offense. You had, a healthy Amon-Ra St. Brown, healthy DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams. That offensive line. That offensive line. They traded Hawkinson. But that team, that offense, will look pretty scary. I hope and pray that he doesn't go to Houston.
Lions traded their best player and won 3 straight.
Tight end is an expendable position in the NFL. It is. When teams have a great tight end, it's like that's who their offense revolves around. But right. I think a good offense,
Kansas City.
It's not so much San Francisco because Kittle kind of like doesn't need the ball to be effective. But most teams who have good tight ends, like that's their focal point of their offense. But most offenses, like the tight end doesn't need to be the focal point.
If Kansas City didn't have Travis Kelce, they would be 3-7 instead of 7-3.
I don't know. Mahomes is him, bro.
Mahomes is him.
Mahomes could have Noah Gray as his tight end and still be 7-3.
Did you see what Mahomes said after the game? They asked him about his reads, and he said, "Oh, I just look see if Travis is on man. If Travis is manned up, I just throw it to him."
I love how he's just like, I guarantee you that's what it is too. I don't 100% he was not joking. He's like, I guarantee you that's what he does.
If Travis is manned up, he's throwing it to him.
And I bet that's Andy Reid telling him to do that too. He's like, bro, just if Travis is on man, just throw him the ball. That's funny. I died when I saw that. I was like, 100% that's true. That's not him being funny at all. I guarantee you that's what it is.
Everybody laughed. He's like, I'm not joking.
I'm not joking. He's not. I guarantee you he's not. Do you want to just skip to pick'ems for
He's
the
kind
NFL?
of like, it tripped me out because I thought about this the other day when he was talking crap on the field. When you was doing the Trae Young voice the other day, it reminded me of that because he sounds just like that. I can imagine him saying, "This is my house," and he's talking in like the Trae Young voice.
Hey, Dodgers, this is my house. We got more fans than you. It's quiet as freaking here. No. You want to just skip to pick'ems for the NFL? Not much happened last week in the NFL. Like the Vikings got killed.
Bro.
Titans won on Thursday. We love to see that. Yeah, the Vikings got absolutely bent over and shellacked. Vikings don't deserve an NFL franchise after Sunday.
The funny part is, before the game, I saw a bunch of posts from Vikings fans for some reason, like, "We're ready for the Cowboys. We're ready for the Cowboys." They indeed were not ready for the Cowboys.
No.
The fans might have been. The players definitely weren't.
No.
So, were we wrong about Trayvon Diggs being overrated?
He's been better. It's the same thing with Jalen Hurts. I'm still okay. I'm still not very high on Jalen Hurts. I don't care. Shut up. I don't care if they're 9-1.
I didn't say anything. I was going to say I'm going to backtrack because remember last week I said he might be the MVP. Yeah, that's Mahomes.
Mahomes is definitely. I think Mahomes MVP is. I think that's his award to lose right now. But Jalen Hurts has been. I don't know, man.
I don't know how you just continue.
I understand what he's done. Okay, I understand it. I get his stats, but stats are not everything. Eye test. He's been better. But he's not elite. I'm not going to sit here and say that Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback. I can't. He's not. I'm going to show you. I'm going to compare his stats with the rest of the league real quick. I'm going to do it. It's just to show you. I understand he runs the ball more, and that's like part of the offense. But we're going to look at Jalen Hurts real quick. We're going to look at completions. I got to scroll. 17th among starting quarterbacks in completions. Again, his attempts are going to be down because he doesn't pass the ball as much. He's 17th in both categories. You're telling me an MVP quarterback. Even when the Ravens had Lamar Jackson winning MVP, he was first in touchdowns. While also having first in passing touchdowns and also having the number one rushing offense of all time. And he was still first in passing yards. I'm not comparing the two, but I'm saying if I see people saying Jalen Hurts should be MVP, he's elite. He's not.
I wouldn't go that far. I never said he was elite. I never said he was elite. Do you have me on record saying he was elite? No,
but you're trying to make me give him his flowers when he doesn't deserve any. He's done good. He
deserves more than you gave him before the season.
He's good. Jalen Hurts is. Before the season, he was not good. He wasn't. Objectively, he wasn't a good quarterback. He just wasn't. He's been better. He's been good enough for them to be 9-1. He's definitely not the reason they're 9-1. It's definitely their defense and their run game. Him being an effective runner. He's a way better runner than he is quarterback.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
He's a good runner. He knows what to do as far as keeping the ball in zone reads and stuff. But as a pure quarterback, he's not great. Objectively, he's not great. I don't think you can argue with me about that.
Okay, let's move on. Come on.
I'm not gonna backtrack on that. I'm not. I'm standing by.
So the Bills is our first game is going to be the Bills' second game straight in Detroit.
That is funny. That's funny.
Did they go back home to the snow, or did they just stay in Detroit?
I would have just stayed.
Devin Singletary probably stayed. He can't even walk in Detroit right now.
I'm gonna go with the Bills. The Bills are weird right now, man.
Yeah, I'm going Bills.
I think this has a chance to be a close game. Just the Lions are kind of hot right now. I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think the Lions can keep it close, but I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going Bills. Are you not doing the pick'ems?
Yes. Sorry.
Oh.
Bills, Lions. We both picked the Bills. Games after, we got Giants, Cowboys, the battle for second place in the NFC East. Giants are coming off a loss to previously mentioned Lions, and the Cowboys are coming off
the Beckham Bowl.
The Giants are coming off their biggest win in road history, against the 8-1 Vikings last week. Dallas is favored by 10. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
In the Beckham Bowl.
I don't think you can rationalize picking the Giants here. Like, the Giants, even with them being 7-3, I don't think the Giants are very good. They're just really well coached. Like, really, really well coached. It's just the roster's not great. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
I'm gonna go Cowboys.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Do you think whoever wins this game gets OBJ? Is that what you're saying?
I mean,
I think he goes to the Cowboys regardless.
Yeah, I think he's going to the Cowboys.
The Giants may happen, but I don't know.
I just seen a lot of stuff on Twitter like this is the Beckham Bowl.
Like, he'll get bounced in the first round anyway. If he's between these two teams, so he's gonna get first round exited.
I don't know.
Anyway. That's if the Giants make the playoffs. I say that as they're 7-3. Like, I could just see them like falling off. Like, who that they have the Cowboys.
I was just finna say they're 7-3, bro. Like
they have the Cowboys. That could easily be a loss. Commanders are 6-5 right now. That could easily lose to the Commanders. The Eagles are 9-1. That could easily be a loss. They could lose to the Commanders again. Vikings, Colts, and Eagles again. 1-6, 2-5 in that stretch. You think a 9-8 Giants makes the playoffs?
No, because the Cowboys and Eagles are going to be the two in that division. I mean,
and the Commanders are looking pretty good at 6-5. If you give them 2 more wins against the Giants,
I forgot they were in that division. To be honest, I completely forgot.
I'm saying the Cowboys or the Giants. A 9-win Giants isn't making the playoffs. A 10-win Giants, depending on the NFC, we'll see how the rest of the NFC looks like, maybe.
So, who do you like to make the Super Bowl at the moment?
I have no clue.
That's somebody asked me today.
No idea.
I said I have no idea.
If I had to choose somebody from the AFC, it's going to be the Kansas City. But if I had to choose somebody from the NFC, golly.
I'm just saying. Hear me out.
No idea.
If you let Tom Brady get in the playoffs, playoff Tom is something else.
I don't want to pick the Eagles, man. I don't. As much as like
They play Thursday night.
Last week, no, I think they play Sunday. Last week gave me.
Who's the Thursday night game?
It's Thanksgiving. There's 3.
Yeah, I know. Who's the Thursday night game? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Thursday night is Vikings Patriots.
Oh.
I don't want to pick the Eagles to make the Super Bowl. I don't think they will. I don't know, man. The NFC is so weird, bro. The NFC is so weird.
If Jimmy G plays like he did last night, the 49ers can make it.
They have the 3rd highest point differential in the NFC. Next to the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Jimmy G, handsome Jimmy.
I would have.
Is Jimmy G the new handsome Jimmy?
I would have to say the 49ers in the NFC. Like, I trust the 49ers to win a playoff game more than I do the Cowboys, more than I do the Vikings, more than I do the Eagles, more than I do the Giants. Like, all of those teams. Maybe more than I do the Bucks right now.
More than likely what it's going to be.
More than I do the Seahawks.
Is the Cowboys are going to have to go to San Francisco in the wild card.
And they couldn't beat them last year in Dallas.
Yeah, I mean,
and San Francisco's better.
It would help if you didn't run QB draw with 11 seconds on the clock, but I mean,
he just should have handed the ball to the ref, and they would have been fine.
Or just don't call that play. Period. I mean,
in real life called QB draw. QB draw. Mike McCarthy season.
I've seen wilder things. A couple weeks ago, the Bucks lined Tom Brady up at wide out and let Leonard Fournette throw the ball to him. So
I would have to say Chiefs Niners rematch
again.
That's right now. That's what I'd say. I like I said, I trust the 49ers to win playoff games more than I do the Eagles, more than I do the Vikings, Cowboys, etc.
If OBJ goes to the Bills or Chiefs, does that separate them from the pack and the rest of the AFC? You don't think so?
Not in my opinion. OBJ is good, but he's not an elite difference maker.
I don't know. I just think if he goes to Kansas City,
he'll be effective. They'll know how to use him, but it's just like I don't really think he has room in Kansas City right now. And I think I know Mecole Hardman's on IR, so maybe, but I don't know. I
think he wants a long contract though.
I don't think he's a difference maker at this point in his career anymore. I understand he helped the Rams literally win a Super Bowl last season, but I just don't think he's that good anymore. To where he's just like, oh, they got OBJ, they're definitely winning it now. I just don't think anybody's reacting like that.
Dak is.
They're not winning a playoff game. Sorry. It's not happening. They have not won a playoff game.
If they play like they did Sunday, they will.
I mean, they've won one playoff game with Dak and Zeke and that whole core. They've won one.
That's an equal amount of what Lamar Jackson has won.
The one team I trust to make the Super Bowl in the NFC right now would be San Francisco. Even though they are just 6-4.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from.
Patriots,
Bro,
Vikings.
Did you see that? Hold on. Speaking of San Francisco. Did you see that clip I sent you on Twitter of Brock Purdy turning the wrong way?
Dude, I saw that live. I was like, poor guy. His first snap in the NFL, he forgot where his running back was in the pistol.
I didn't watch the game.
And bro, the Cardinals defense is so horrible that they still let that be 8 yards. Bro, I chuckled when I saw that. I was like, poor guy. Mr. Irrelevant, first snap in the NFL, getting garbage type minutes, and bro was nervous and forgot where his running back was on the handoff.
Bro. The Cardinals fired their offensive line coach today.
What did he do? I know something happened.
I don't know. I mean, he didn't coach a very good game last night. I know that. So
no, it's because something to like what he did in Mexico City.
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't think it was because like he was terrible, but
that may have played a part.
I'm sure it was a part. It is firing.
The same reason why Todd Downing should be gone right now.
Hey, no. I'm not the biggest Todd Downing hater right now. He coached a really good game against the Packers. Really good. That Packers defense is great.
Yeah, because dude, he still threw a shot play. He did the same thing he did against Kansas City. The only difference is he had Treylon Burks catching it and Ryan Tannehill throwing it. That does make a difference, whether you know it or not. That does make a little bit of a difference.
Yeah,
and you
but
got those two.
Derrick Henry threw a touchdown pass, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, bro, that's crazy. Derrick Henry has as many regular season touchdown passes as Kenny Pickett.
Derrick Henry's been in the league for like 7 years, bro. And
Bro,
Kenny Pickett's been here for like 7 games. I understand he's a quarterback.
he's a quarterback.
I understand, but that is still funny. Me trying to rationalize that is hilarious.
Why did you try to make that why you tried to make it make sense?
But still, like, I don't know. Kenny Pickett's a
what
rookie,
other running back has as many touchdown passes as Kenny Pickett?
I don't know.
Okay, then my point.
Patriots Vikings. Let's move on to this game.
Christian McCaffrey has half.
The Patriots are coming off a last-second punt return win against the Jets. I think the Jets are literally in shambles right now. Bro, Zach Wilson needs to be cut.
No, I didn't. Did you let the defense down? No.
Needs to be cut. No, I had 9 completions. We scored 3 points the
We
entire
punted
game.
it. We punted it 10 times.
We punted it 10 more. We punted it more times than I completed a pass. My punter literally was more effective than I was. No, I did my part. Like, bro,
and then the whole defense accidentally liked the same tweet.
Cut him. Get him off the team. He's a cancer. Bro. Vikings are coming off one of their worst losses ever.
Bro, when I saw this, okay, so Patriots, Vikings is the game. When I saw this game, like last week, before the Vikings got bent over by the Cowboys, I saw this game and I was like, this is a terrible Thursday night game. But now, it's completely different. Like,
I mean, it's cool. I don't want to watch the Patriots play football, to be honest. I don't. The Vikings are cool. I can see this being a low-scoring game. I'm going to go with the Vikings at home.
Yeah, I think you have to.
On Thanksgiving. It was a weird game on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings to win.
Yeah, I'm going to go Vikings.
Deshaun Watson Eve for the Browns. The last game that they have to endure of Jacoby Brissett is against the Buccaneers. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. But
yeah, one job.
There's way bigger problems than Jacoby Brissett for the Browns right now. Like, their defense is terrible. Like, I don't think Deshaun Watson is coming in and fixing every problem that the Browns have. The Browns defense is actually terrible. But maybe
they should just put Nick Chubb out there on defense.
It would be exciting to see Deshaun Watson play football again. Because last time he played football, he led the league in passing yards.
That is true. I'm
going with the Bucks, though. Tom Brady has 12 touchdowns in November.
Yeah, I'm going Bucks.
Buccaneers.
Tom Brady's 2-0 since becoming a free man.
Tom Brady. That's all I gotta say. Titans, Bengals. Bengals are favored by 1.5. I don't know how.
I don't know either.
It depends on who's healthy for the
Titans. I would say revenge game, but Mike Vrabel and Jeffrey Simmons have made it very clear that this is not a revenge game.
It's definitely not.
But you know I'm going Titans.
Yeah, I can't pick against the Titans. Dude, I'm confident we can win this game. The Bengals are cool and all, but we just win. You know? We haven't done that thing where we just lose to bad teams. Like, our only losses have been to teams who are, like, great. Like, Chiefs, Giants, and Bills are our only 3 losses. The only one that's iffy is the Giants.
Bro, the Grizzlies lost to the Kings. Sorry.
The Kings are good. Light the beam, bro. Kings are good. We got the Eagles next
But
week.
with Ja though,
I think we just should have sat him. To be honest, I don't want to rush Ja back. I think we would have been fine with
bro,
Tyus.
how did I'm not trying to get off subject here, but how did he heal so fast? Dude literally came back from a grade A ankle sprain in like 5 days.
Bro's him, I guess. We have Dupree, Hooker, Jones, Molden, and Randy Bullock, and Denico
Yeah, I
Autry, and
saw
Christian Fulton.
I saw a tweet today that said Hooker said he's practicing today, and I read the comments and people were like, you should definitely be more specific on your tweets.
Bro, I didn't know how many people we had on IR. Like, I knew Lawan was out for the year.
A lot of them. All those people were on our. You said?
No, they're all questionable.
Oh yeah, Dupree practiced.
Caleb Farley was out for the year. I didn't know Zach
Dude's,
Cunningham was on IR.
dude's pretty much made of glass at this point.
I mean, we knew that going into drafting him. It's just I forgot we had Harold Landry out for the year. Bro, we are so injured.
And we still got a darn good defense.
We're so injured. Like, bro, give Mike Vrabel the coach of the year again right now.
7-3.
Right now.
Bro, if Tannehill plays the Chiefs game, I think we're the number 1 seed in the AFC right now.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, moving on. Bears Jets. Now the Bears, I don't know what's going on with Justin Fields. He has some type of injury. I don't know. But if Fields plays,
non-throwing shoulder injury.
If Fields plays, I'm going with the Bears. As bad as the Bears record is, they're a fun team to watch. They keep it close every game since Fields has been going off. I'm going with the Bears to beat the Jets. If Zach Wilson plays, I'm not picking the Jets. If Zach Wilson plays, I'm not picking him. I don't know how the Jets keep winning with him at quarterback. He's so bad. He's so bad. I'm going with the Bears. If Fields plays, I'm going with the Bears.
Yeah, I'm going Bears if Fields plays. Now we might see Mike White back on the
They should have started him forever ago. Mike White is just better. Falcons, Commanders. This was a good game last year. Commanders are favored by 4.
Kyle Pitts is done for the year.
Both teams coming off a win. I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
I'm going Commanders.
I'm going with the Falcons. The Falcons have 1 road win all season. They're gonna get number 2 this week. I'm going with the Falcons.
I'm going Commanders.
For sure. Chargers, Cardinals. Cool little game.
Yeah, it depends on if Kyler Murray plays. You know, Kyler Murray has not played a game since Call of Duty dropped. Coincidence? I think not.
Some fishy's going on. Chargers, Cardinals. Cardinals are not good. Simply, they're just not good. I'm going to go with the Chargers. If the Chargers played how they played against the Chiefs every week, the Chargers would be like elite.
Yeah. I'm going to go Chargers.
Raiders, Seahawks. Raiders are coming off a win. Seahawks coming off a bye, I think.
Yeah.
It feels like they hadn't played forever because they played the Germany game, and then they had a bye.
The Bucks. Yeah, them and the Bucks both had a bye.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. The Raiders are just awful. They also upset me. Like the fact that they exist just upsets
I
me.
saw something about the Raiders and the Packers doing a quarterback swap at the end of the year in the off season. Like, no, that would not fix the Raiders' problems, I don't think.
No. No.
It's not Derek Carr. Like,
It's a lot of stuff. It's mainly their defense. Their defense is not good. Rams, Chiefs. Don't know about Matthew Stafford. Cooper Kupp, definitely not.
it doesn't matter. Chiefs.
The Rams just fell off so quick. Bro, McVay and Donald should have just retired. Like, bro, they come back.
McVay should have took that Amazon deal.
Dude, the Rams were like, yeah, let's run it back. And they come back and go 3. And they just cut Darrell Henderson today. I'm upset.
Yeah, why would you cut the best running back on your roster? That don't make any sense.
I'm upset. It looks like Cam Akers is just staying. I'm mad.
I don't think Darrell Henderson will be unemployed long.
Going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's Chiefs. Travis Kelce might score 3 more touchdowns in this game.
Saints, Niners. I'm going with the Niners. I said Niners. They're winning the NFC as of right now, so I'm going with the Niners.
Going with the Niners, and that means the Eagles are going to get freaking Will Anderson.
Packers, Eagles, speaking of. Sunday night game.
Eagles Christian Watson's coming on.
Eagles are favored by 7. Yeah, Christian Watson's finding his groove. He's actually catching the ball now. I'm still going with the Eagles.
Yeah, I was still on Eagles.
As much as I'm pooping on Jalen Hurts, the Eagles are a good team. Like, they're 9-1. They're obviously a really good team. They've struggled the past 2 weeks. But the Eagles are a really good team. I'm still going to go with the Eagles. Now, I don't think that the NFL could have chose a better game for Monday night. Because we got Steelers-Colts Monday night. This is the game I've been waiting for.
I thought you were serious, bro. I was like, well, is this a good game?
I don't think they could have chose a better game. I don't. We're looking at Jeff Saturday's Colts against the freaking Kenny Pickett-led Steelers. Jeff Saturday actually has the Colts, like, decent.
Jeff Saturday might get hired.
I don't really care about this game. I don't care about this game.
I'm taking the Steelers.
The Steelers on the road? I'm going to go with the Colts. Just because you pick Steelers. Michael Pittman has one touchdown in the entire season. Let's go Sam Ehlinger.
And I have him on my fantasy team.
Sam Ehlinger was really good.
Not him.
Sam Ehlinger is him. Hey, if you're Texas' all-time leading touchdown scorer, you're him. Just not in the NFL. You can be him everywhere else, just not in the NFL.
Maybe he can go to Houston. He is back in Texas.
That is the last game. Bro, we had a nice little long pod here. Some nice discussions. We appreciate you guys watching. It was a good little pod we had going on here. You guys weren't expecting us to be live today, obviously, because we're usually live on Wednesdays. Just can't do it tomorrow. Thanksgiving stuff, I'm sure you guys are busy as well. We will be back next Wednesday though, if all works out. We'll see you guys next week. We appreciate you guys watching / listening. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have on post notifications so you guys never miss when we go live. Subscribe to follow the Spotify. Follow us on Apple Podcasts. We are wherever you guys get your podcasts. We're everywhere. And we appreciate you guys listening, and we'll see you guys next time.